What's going on, guys? Welcome back to All MMA. Today, who is better? We're going to be finding that out between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Islam Makhachev. We're going to go through their title runs and what they've done in the sport and just kind of deciding who's better. People still say Khabib's better because he's undefeated. I don't think he's all that good. I think Makhachev has surpassed him by like quite a while by now already, based on being stuff like a double champion, but we'll get into that right now. Obviously, looking at Khabib's resume in the UFC, 13-0, of course, he's undefeated, never lost, beat everyone in the UFC put in front of him, couple of robberies there to like Gleason T-Bow. You look at the same thing for Islam Makhachev, he's 17-1 in the UFC, the loss being to Adriano Martins, caught him in the chin. People say it's a bit of a fluke, KO, you know, is what it is. You get unlucky sometimes in MMA, but yeah, he's never lost since that, never lost before that. I think he'll continue to keep winning for the rest of his career, pretty much. We'll start from the fights that got them the chance to fight for the belt. Then we'll move up the title fights. It's obviously not fair on Khabib since he's been retired for like 6 years. Then there's still the fact of people arguing that he's better than Islam. I had to argue my side of who I agree with. I agree that Islam's better, obviously. You probably already noticed that by me just talking in this video. But I do want to give Khabib his flowers and his props. We'll go through both of them, which fight got him to the title. We'll do it side by side, right? We'll talk about the cancelled fights here. The 5 different Tony Ferguson cancelled fights, for God's sake. Edson Barboza was the fight that got Khabib his title fight. Obviously now, 24-14, probably should retire from mixed martial arts. 18-14 in the UFC. Yeah, those are too many losses, man. Jalen Turner, Jakar Close, Tyrone Murphy, Sadiq Yusuf, Bill Contillo wins. This dude follows me on Twitter, shout out. Gigo lost, like that's not aging great. Obviously he was pretty good at the time. Let's go down to the fight that got him the Khabib fight. Anthony Pettis win, fair. Tony Ferguson lost, but everyone was losing to Tony in his prime. Gilbert Melendez win. Benil Dariush win. That's a nasty knockout. Then he got the Khabib fight, lost. That kind of like sets off his career to go like this. Lost to Tyrone Murphy, shout out. But yeah, that's the fight that got him the title shot, right? Beat Barboza. Got to fight Al Quinter for the vacant belt. Wins it, but we'll talk about that in a second. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. King Green, a win over King Green, Bobby Green. Got him the title shot against Charles Oliveira. 34-17. Not the worst. The win's aging decently now. Whenever there's a big prospect, you know, he's going to lose. Like Rufi, Pimblett, he's going to lose. Jalen Turner's very good. Dudoba's good. Makhachev's good. Faziv's good, you know. So he's going to lose to them. But decision over Lance Gibson Jr. A slime out over Daniel Zellhuber. Good wins. Jeremy Stevens' upcoming bout in a couple of months, a month or so. King Green's still good, he proves it. So it's not obviously not the worst. But to beat him, I think he might have been unranked at the time when he fought Islam Makhachev. He beat Nasrat Haqparast, then fought Makhachev. That's a 1-fight win streak. And yeah, that's not great. I'd say Khabib wins that in terms of like the opponent they fought to get the title shot. We'll see what I continue to say about them moving on. Alright, now both of the title fights we'll actually go back and start with. Khabib, Al Quinter versus Charles Oliveira. That's like Oliveira achieved way more at lightweight, so I'll obviously say Makhachev had the better fight, or like the better opponent to win the title from. I don't know how Al Quinter really got this fight. We can go down. Obviously not the best career recently. Big win streak actually, like a 5-fight win streak. 7 or 8-fight win streak there with 1 loss between it. Fought Khabib, lost. Nothing to be ashamed of. Khabib's a legend, he's great. But yeah, lose it by unanimous decision. I'm pretty sure it was a pretty tough fight for Khabib though too. And man, before we go back to talk about Oliveira, man, just look at these. Man, like, it's so stupid. They're not even like title defenses, the unification bouts, because of how inactive the division was. Obviously defended his belt for the first time against Conor McGregor. McGregor did well against him. I'm pretty sure there's been like 2 times where he's lost a round in MMA. And one of them was to McGregor in this fight. I have the poster somewhere, like that way, up there somewhere. That's the Holly Parade 2 poster is next to it. Took him all the way to round 4, got tapped out like chicken, tapped like chicken.
Your guy, beginning of the year, he tapped like chicken.
Charles Oliveira is who Islam Makhachev beat to win the lightweight belt. Obviously Oliveira was on his massive streak. What was it, like 11 fights in a row, 1 or something like that? Beat Chandler for the title, I think it was vacant. Oh yeah, the lightweight champion hasn't been defeated in like 10 years to get the belt. If Gaethje does it against Topuria, that'd be like... But he won't. I think Toporia's going to probably starch him, sadly. Charles Oliveira, man, he was a monster. Beating everyone, beating Tony Ferguson, beating everyone. 33-8 at the time. That's kind of crazy. He really like locked in from featherweight. Became the champion. Loved now. Universally loved. It's a good win. It's a much better win than Al Quinter, I guess, in terms of where the careers have gone. Obviously, he's the current BMF champion. I will go ahead and talk about the first title defense. And argue the hardest fight of Islam Makhachev's career. Alexander Volkanovski, the first fight in Perth. People argue it could have been a robbery. They could have just robbed Volk in his home country and just gave him the win. He would have been a double champ. That's crazy timeline change. But yeah, tough fight. He did win it though, got his first title defense. But so far, these two are much better than Al Quinter and Conor McGregor. In my opinion, you might not agree with that based on the time period, but Oliveira and Volk, they're like 2 greats now. I don't think Al Quinter was considered a great back here. Conor McGregor's great because of what he did for the sport rather than what he did in the sport. Of course, like first 2 division champion of all time, simultaneously, I think. He was unranked at lightweight when they fought him, on topology, I guess, right? Yeah, that's crazy. We'll go to Khabib's second title defense, unification bout against Dustin Poirier. Poirier up, literally the poster up there, beat Max Holloway by decision. Tough, gritty fight for both of them. Goes ahead and fights Khabib. Almost submits Khabib with a guillotine choke. That would have been a nasty way to get a title. You gotta love Dustin Poirier, legend, all-timer in the sport. He's great, but he's a striker. Starting to notice a pattern with all of Khabib's title fights. They're against primarily strikers who can't deal with grappling and all got choked unconscious.
Tap like chicken.
Which sucks, which puts it down in my opinion. Of course, he's meant to fight Tony Ferguson a few times, 5 times. He's going to fight Max Holloway. The Max Holloway fight would have been sick. He probably would have lost. That's my guy right there, so I say he was going to win. Dustin Poirier fought for the undisputed 3 times against who? Oliveira, Makhachev, Khabib, all grapplers. Unfortunate, he beat like 9 champions, 9 former champions during his run in the UFC. Legend of the sport. Went on to lose 5 and win 5 more after this, I'm pretty sure. Retired with like a record of 30-10, that's legendary. Of course, lost to Max in his last fight. Nothing to be ashamed of at all. He won 2, he's still 2-1 against him. Islam's second title defense against a late notice Volk. This isn't quite as good as a Poirier, like a prime Poirier. It was a head kick into hammer fist, yeah. It was meant to be Charles Oliveira, the rematch. Pulled out due to injury. I'm pretty sure it was an injury. Oliveira suffered cut in training, yeah, an injury. Then Volk, a fat alcoholic Volk, my bad Volk. Fat alcoholic Volk stepped in on late notice, 10 days notice. Promised of the night, man. This like set Volk off to lose this fight and then 4 in a row. Obviously he's made a sick resurgence now, thank the Lord for that. Big up Volkanovski, up he defends his belt. No one's beating him at featherweight. Now, Khabib's retirement fight obviously had the woman up and Nurmagomedov passed away. He had to just retire. He said his mum wasn't going to fight again. Had to retire after this fight. I think the father's plan was to fight GSP after this and beat GSP and then retire. Shit goes sideways in life a lot. And then he has to fight Justin Gaethje. 22-2, Justin Gaethje losses here to, I want to say like Poirier and Eddie Alvarez were his losses here. Maybe he fought Poirier for the first time at this point. But yeah, Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje's an animal. The current interim champion. It's not like these wins aged badly. This one kind of did. It's not like these 2 ones aged badly, but none of them are undisputed champions now, or have been undisputed champions. They've both been interim champions in the weight class multiple times for him now. He became the interim champ after beating Tony Ferguson. Obviously, that started off Tony's loss streak. There's no more Khabib fight after that. Pretty sure when he choked out, Justin Gaethje like moved him away from his parents' view so they couldn't see him getting submitted. That's kind of nice of him, I guess. But yeah, Khabib retires after this fight at a perfect 29-0. 3 title defenses, but they're all strikers. That's like the one thing like ingrained in my mind that makes him not better than Islam Makhachev. He just didn't beat people of his skill set. Most of the guys who are strikers weren't going to even try and wrestle him back. Even though that's how it. Khabib's still a legend. He's the second greatest lightweight of all time, just below Islam Makhachev, who we'll get to again right now. Dustin Poirier, arguably more well-rounded Poirier, obviously on the back end of his career, still gave Islam Makhachev an absolute war up to the 5th round. Some of the coolest pictures in MMA history in an MMA fight. Double bonus here for fight and performance of the night. I wish it was the 100k, but this was back in 2024. How has it been almost 2 full years? Like, just before this event is when I started playing UFC 5. UFC 4 is what got me into MMA back in like 2021, 2022. Oh, you're a casual. You've not been watching since 1993 or whatever. That's why I get annoyed when people call me like a casual and stuff online, because like, what am I supposed to do? Watch UFC at age 3? What are you talking about? Now at this point he's tied up with Khabib. Thought he did it lightweight, and he's supposed to fight Arman Tsarukyan. That fight fell out. Arman Tsarukyan, back injury, I'm pretty sure. So steps in. Run out of Moicano. Moicano's meant to fight Dariush. Goes on to fight Dariush after this. But I think it was a 1-fight win streak, Dariush. Or like a 4-5 fight win streak, Moicano. They obviously went with Moicano. He's a bit more of an entertainment value name. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Before this fight started. What was that impression? And rightly so, Islam Makhachev makes it look super easy. Gets the dash choke. Bit of a moment in there where he drops him. I mentioned that in my last video. Didn't drop him at all. He slipped over. Didn't get good enough bounce on his feet. Moicano gets all hyped because he thinks he's knocked him down. Gets submitted by the legendary dash choke. That's 2 in a row. Now people are like, what's he going to do? He's going to fight Poirier. Is that going to happen? Nope. He goes up to welterweight. Now at this point, he's passed Khabib at lightweight in my eyes. I think he would have beat Tsarukyan regardless. Now he goes on to welterweight to fight JDM. An 18-fight win streak because he lost both his first 2 fights in MMA. An 18-fight win streak. Newly crowned champion JDM. Looks the same size as him. I don't know how you do that. Then just completely dominates him for 5 rounds. I had Makhachev winning by, I think, like 2nd round submission. Didn't do that. And then becomes a 2-division weight class champion. Hasn't defended his belt yet. Nothing's lined up. They're saying August. Now by this point when he wins the 2nd belt, I know it's not at lightweight, but overall career-wise, Islam Makhachev's better. Even if you just go to here, he's better. Prime Charles Oliveira. Undefeated for years. Like, like a 12 fight win streak, something like that. Makes it look semi-easy. Knocks him down, goes to the choke, gets the choke, wins the belt. Volkanovski, a prime Volkanovski moving up. A goated version of Volkanovski, goes to war with him, wins the fight. This is dodgy. Looks like a short notice fight. He's still Volkanovski though. Weaponized pace and cardio, whatever John Alex said. Gets his head kicked off. Does Poirier 34, 35 during this fight. So Makhachev's only like 1 year younger than him. 1-2 years younger than him. It's a good win, great win. War. Moicano again, a bit of a dodgy one, but Moicano was in a full camp. Multiple fight win streak. Ready to fight for the belt. No excuses. Made him look easy. Rightly so. That makes him the greatest lightweight of all time in my eyes. What do you guys think? Give me like a valid reason why Khabib's better. Is it Islam or is it Khabib? Tell me in the comments below. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.